Now to the good part.
Hi, everyone. What a great night for some hoops. With a little more on the line. It's the NBA Cup, and it's in full swing. Brian Anderson here, joined by Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. And a look now at Minnesota's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, and then on Friday.
The upside of road trips, like the one they have scheduled, is you really get a chance to come together as a team. It's a great way to get closer with your squad and build trust among your teammates.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. And here in the early season, Tim, what are you watching from these teams now?
Well, I'm looking, BA, for roles and how they have evolved and changed from a year ago. It's amazing how much difference just one season can make, putting guys in better position to succeed.
How much will rotations change through the months now?
Significantly. I think coaches are trying to find out who they can trust as you get deeper into the season.
Here's Erickson. Fires in the triple.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Tyson. Six to shoot. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Outside Johnson. Pass to Erickson. Now here's Johnson. Down low. And the basket by Erickson.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Here's Tyson. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Here's the pick. All sorts of time. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Now Johnson. And he buries his first look.
Taking people to school with moves like that.
About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Pass to Reynolds. Clock at 6. Out to the right wing. With the clock winding down.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. All right, Timmy, look at Malik Beasley carrying the torch for the 6'4" sharpshooters.
Oh, that's right, BA, and believe me, he never saw one that he didn't like. He gets them up, and it's a combination of volume and accuracy that made it a big reason why he was the runner-up for Sixth Man of the Year in 2025.
Here's Tyson. Here's Reynolds. Pass to Tyson. There's the screen. Misses the jumper from the wing.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
Now Johnson. Here's Bullock. To the middle. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Minnesota trails by 3. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Tries it from the top of the key, and that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
And so now a timeout called by Doug Christie. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Both teams will make substitutions. And now let's glance at the league's most aggressive defensive teams from last year.
And their gritty mentality when it came to defense was really infectious. They were the best last year at holding opposing teams to low-scoring totals.
Minnesota trails by 3. Pass to Tyson. Unloads. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Here's Johnson. Off target with the 3. The Lions have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Pass to Tyson. And there's the lob. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Well, the Knights shooting right around 57%. Very efficient so far in the first. Drives to the hoop. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
Yeah, he found some room there along the baseline. Some space at the rim. Goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
And 1:01 left in the first quarter. It's blocked. Now here's Johnson. Guarded closely. Two shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the opening quarter. To the left side wing. Minnesota again missing. The Knights have gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. Bullock's shot is off.
Defense did just enough to force that miss. I really expected him to get 2 there.
Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Up by 5. And we'll be back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Well, it's hard to get stops in this league with so much talent offensively. I love what they are doing right now.
There's the triple. Sends it home from three-point land.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And for Minnesota, can't cash it in from close range. Minnesota shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. That ties it up.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Myers. And he banks in the layup.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
The fadeaway. Another one falls for Minnesota.
No one there to contest. Didn't really need the fade.
Well, the Knights shooting a terrific 58% from the floor. A huge part of the Milwaukee Bucks 2021 championship run. Chris Middleton.
Yeah, he averaged 24 points a game during those playoffs, BA. And his injury the following year was a big reason the Bucks didn't repeat. Middleton at his all-star peak was something special.
Looking back at last season, the best when it comes to shot blocking. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Pass to Erickson. No good on the triple.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Reynolds. Six on the shot clock. They set the screen. The baseline, Jay. And he's missed his first two shots of the game.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
And when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, BA, you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
And off there, he misses his first shot of the night.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Yeah, they found buckets very hard to come by, and you could tell it frustrated them to no end.
Yeah, it happens, though. The bad shooting can become contagious, and it started spiraling and couldn't get out of it.
And here's Turner, still without a bucket. Minnesota again missing. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Pass to Bullock. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Lions have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Here's Reynolds, over to the wing. Good ball movement here by Minnesota.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Lets it fly. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. A minute 53 left to play in the half. The home team calls timeout.
One thing we saw from them that game, and we see it around the league, an over-dependency on the three ball.
But during that specific game, you'd love to say, hey, stop shooting threes, but obviously that's a big part of their identity.
Tyson, he's checked in for Minnesota. Here's Johnson. 1:44 left to play in the first half. Pass to Bullock to end the drought. Can't get it. 0 for 3 in this one. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Here's Tyson. Fires the three. Second chance effort. Shot clock at 6. Minnesota needs to get off a shot. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. 58 seconds left in the first half. Gets the three to fall.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Takes it inside. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
The Knights have gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. Pass to Erickson. Outside Johnson. Shoots. And it's Tyson with a rebound. The Lions have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Here's Turner. And he buries his first look.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Here's Erickson. Puts up the 8-footer. It's wide right, hits off the rim. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's Minnesota up 3. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
Checking out the Knights, they knew they'd be in for a rough start. The question is, do they have the tools to turn it around? The front office will tell you yes, but they're the ones who assembled the team. I like what they're doing. Playing with physicality, they've worked hard to gain the edge in areas like rebounding.
Yeah, that's the difference in the game.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Minnesota leading by 3. And on the floor for Doug Christie as we get into the second half. To the paint. Here's Reynolds. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
And the basket by Erickson.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Pass to Tyson. This one for 3. Erickson grabs the board. Well, the Knights shooting an average of 43% from the floor. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Bullock, the pass to Erickson. Johnson for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Number 3, shooting 1.
Legs, we've seen players extend their primes, extend their careers. What's behind that?
Well, I think you have to look at the absolute best, LeBron James, and what he has been able to do in making that investment in terms of caring for his body. It's a role model that all players should emulate.
Question is, can anybody replicate what LeBron has done?
Boy, that's going to be tough to copy that.
Inside, here's Tyson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Number 3.
Tyson's gotten his second bucket.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Blows the alley-oop. The Knights have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Pass to Erickson for 3. It doesn't go for him.
That's a cold start out of the break. Only 1 of his first 4 has he gotten to go.
Here's Tyson. Money from 17 feet out. Tyson's got 6.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
The home team calls timeout.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
Right now, as a coach, you're looking out on the floor and you're wondering, do I have the right 5 on the court together?
Fans of the section gets free t-shirts. Let's see who's the loudest.
Now that we have a break, let's take a look at which teams capitalized from the line last season. The 4th spot held by Minnesota.
And last year, this team was so composed at the line, they would love to repeat that success.
Pass to Bullock to the right side. Here's Erickson. And here's Johnson. 5 on the clock to halt the run.
Lions foul. Number 5. First personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for 2, Johnson.
Free throw drops for Johnson. He's perfect from the line this time.
And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
Over to the left wing. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Tyson drops in the three. Tyson's got 9.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
There's the screen by Johnson. Step back shot, and it's Tyson with a rebound. Tyson's got 4 rebounds in the game.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
2 shots. Elbow. 2.
Minnesota shooting their second and third shots at the line here.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Tim, you got into the NBA media very quickly after your playing days. Were you naturally drawn to this side of the game?
Well, B.A., I think I always saw the game as a coach would, trying to watch all 10 players at the same time. So for me, the ability to stay connected to the game while also talking about it and hopefully teaching people really is what's drawn me to it from the beginning.
And no suffering the L from the broadcast table.
That's for sure. You don't have to have any sleepless nights.
And they've won the battle on the board so far, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Well, it's the biggest reason they have the lead right now. They have just been flat out the more physical team.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thank you, Brian. It's important to focus on what matters. All-star and multiple champion Draymond Green said winning has taken a back seat nowadays with a lot of these kids. They care about all the wrong things. I hope they understand that this league is about winning games at the end of the day. Guys?
It's all about results. Okay, Allie, good stuff. They get the rebound. No good with the triple.
Yeah, he has had a hard time finding rhythm this quarter. Just cannot get one to go.
There's the 3. And it's Tyson with a rebound. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 14-5 run. Right at the free throw line. Not enough on that one as it misses. They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit.
Pass to Bullock. They set a pick. Lets it go from deep. No good on the shot. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. To the inside. Uses the glass on the layup. He has 6.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
The home team calls timeout. Both teams deciding to change it up. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Nails it from 3. 5 points in the game.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Unloads from 13, and the shot goes. And Minnesota leads by 13.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, when you have the lead, ball security's everything. Just focus on each trip up the floor.
And so it's Minnesota in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. Back to the game after this break. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Well, the Knights shooting 32% for this game. Not what they're hoping for. Shot clock at 5. Here's the 3. The rebound by Turner. Minnesota leading by 13. And for Minnesota, here's Reynolds. Yep, count it.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Inside, shoots from the right block. Good.
Well, if he's going to be covered like that, he has to continue to take that shot.
Minnesota shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Off target at the rim. Pass to Erickson. Clock at 6. The rebound by Turner. Minnesota leading by 13. Here's Reynolds. From 18 feet away. Oh, and he nails it from the high post. And Minnesota leads by 15.
Well, he is a huge talent, and he's been hitting shots, but so have his teammates. It's been a collective effort. Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
And we've got a timeout called by Doug Christie. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Doug Christie was going over with this team. And they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Minnesota leading by 13. There's a screen. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. Hits the trifecta. And Minnesota leads by 16.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to them at all times.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
Johnson with a bucket.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Good ball movement here by Minnesota. The three ball is down.
After a forgettable first half, he is turning it on now. You love to see this kind of resilience.
No good from three.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Ooh, the shot misses.
Trying to close out. You got to know who's hot and who's not.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Puts up the tray. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Minnesota leading by 13. And we've got a timeout called by Doug Christie. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused.
Substitution on the court.
A minute 58 left to play in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. The Knights have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Fires the three. Shot's no good.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open. And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Lions.
Loved how much they moved the ball out there tonight.
Yeah, no one got left out. This was a real team effort.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with the win in the first game.
From downtown. Oh, it misses.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
And there's the screen. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That's in!
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Winning away from home takes nerve and great discipline. Kudos to them.
Here's Bullock. Oh, it's stolen away. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
So it's Minnesota picking up the win. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks so much, guys. Marcus, your competitive spirit is infectious. Talk about what you bring to this team.
Just a spark. You know, we get a little stagnant on the offensive end, got to get in and move it. You know, I'm coming in, I'm driving, penetrating, finding guys. And, you know, you got a guy that can facilitate and find guys. You know, it gets them feeling good. Then they start making shots, playing defense, and things start falling. You know, that's always missing, just that little energy.
You got it. Thanks, Marcus.
All right, thanks, Allie. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.